After spending months building this van and turning it into our full-time home, we've driven thousands of miles through France, Spain, and along Morocco's stunning coastline. It's been our base for surfing, exploring old towns, and living completely off-grid. But after all that adventure, it's time for a little TLC. Some upgrades, some maintenance, and a few big changes to get this van ready for the next chapter on the road.
Give it a test run for us, aren't you? Wait. And that is the first coat. That is actually...
They counted you out.
So, I know what you're thinking. Are they ever going to go travelling again, or do they now live on this campsite in North Yorkshire? Well, if I'm honest with you, while you're watching this, we've probably already left. In fact, we've definitely already left, and we're gallivanting somewhere around the UK before we make our manoeuvre back out into Europe again. So we're now on to video 3 of van maintenance, and funnily enough, we've got 3 jobs left to do. We're going to service the van. It needs an oil change, it needs the filters changing, and all that usual sort of stuff. We are going to get those lights in the back of the van, like I threatened about 2 videos ago. We're going to paint the wheels. I also spoke about that way back 2 videos ago. Anyway, let's get down to the workshop. Let's get on with some of these jobs, shall we? Right then, that was an abrupt jump to the workshop, wasn't it? Right, there's a couple of lads working in there on some electrics, so I didn't want to bother them with the camera. As you've just seen, I got the 2 front wheels off. I've got the spare wheel out. We're lucky enough that there's a jet wash here for me to use, so they are looking beautiful. You see, in actual fact, they're not that bad. That one's a bit worse. You can see here. They're not in terrible shape. It's just one of those things that I always wanted to do right from the beginning, because I see other people do it on YouTube, don't I? And it looks nice. It's just going to look nice, and it's just going to help preserve them a little bit, isn't it, really? So now it's Ella's job today. John's not feeling very well, so he's laid up in bed. But Ella is going to get the wire brush and start scouring at some of that, metal for me, some of that rust. And then, well, I start working on servicing the van. Right, I've just thought I'm going to very quickly talk you through the process of what I'm about to do, because I would talk you through it as I'm doing it over there, but because there's these electricians working in there, they've got the radio blasting. I don't want to disturb them, they've got a job to do, but I'll get done for copyright if there's, you know, commercial songs playing and stuff, so I can't record any audio in there. I am going to take out the sump plug. We're going to drain off all the oil out of the engine, filter assembly and all that off the top. Down inside there where the fuel filter is, oil filter is a bit of a tricky one as well. All the oil will be nicely drained, sump plug back in, copper washer to seal it, and we top her up with oil. Job's a good one. Couldn't be easier, could it? Why would anyone pay hundreds to a garage to do this, really, huh? Right, let's do it. God, listen to that thing. Okie dokie, those guys have gone. Mittens and Elle are here to help. So we're going to put our own music on and we're going to get on with things. But the problem I've got here is that is the oil filter, and you kind of need to get a special... I thought if it was sticking out enough I'd be able to grab it and turn it, but there's no way. You need a special oil filter removal tool for that, which I don't have. So I can order one for tomorrow, or I can rummage around this entire workshop on the farm, or speak to one of the guys when they come past and see if they actually have one. I'd like to think they have one on the farm. Then here, that there is the fuel filter. There's the shiny new one to go in its place. There we go. Yep, that's right. Sorry, I was confused then for a second. I thought, hang on, that's the wrong one. So I just have to figure out these clips. Mercedes have, I've managed to undo these two. Mercedes have these very specific kind of clips. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'll make it work. Elle is here. Hello, the Elle. Elle is having a go at getting the rust pulled back on these wheels. So we've got the spare wheel and we've got the other two front wheels. Once the wire brushing's done, we'll clean them up, get them dried, leave them in the sun for 10 minutes to dry off fully, and then we'll put some rust converter on. And then it's undercoat, and then it's top coat, and then it's more top coat. So it's going to be a long afternoon of just waiting for coats to dry and then painting again. By which point I should have all this oil change and that finished, if I can get the filter out. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. Let's get things done, shall we? All right, so let's have a little look at this week's sponsor. ENGWE have sent us the E26 ST, and what can I say? It is a tank. Look at it. Look at them tyres. We have had so much fun filming this thing over the past couple of days, I tell you. We've been dodging the weather though, so some of the footage is going to be quite varied, as you'll see, but what a machine, hey? What a machine. So obviously this is an incredible commuter bike, but it's also perfect if you want to go exploring the countryside. The E26 ST has a 250 watt motor, front suspension, fat 26-inch tyres and a step-through frame. Easy to hop on and off whether you're commuting or just exploring. Range-wise, you're looking at up to about 60 miles depending on your riding mode, which is more than enough for a day's adventure. It's got hydraulic disc brakes, Shimano gears, integrated lights front and rear, and a surprisingly comfortable seat, which isn't always the case with e-bikes in this price range. The battery's removable and charges in about 5 to 6 hours, so it's perfect if you're van-based like us. Just pull it out, plug it into your inverter or campsite power, and you're ready for your next ride. Now, this is where things get interesting, because ENGWE's running their Black Friday and Cyber Monday event right now. The E26 ST, the one that we've been using, is down from £1,299 to £1,249. And if you pick up any of their models during the sale, you're automatically entered into the lucky draw. 5 buyers will each win an extra ENGWE e-bike completely free. They've also got discounts on a few of the other models with anything up to £200 off. So if you've been thinking about getting an e-bike, maybe now's your time. There's going to be a link down below to ENGWE's Black Friday deal. Who knows, if you're lucky, you could end up with 2 bikes instead of 1. I'll leave all the details and the discount down in the description below. So a massive thank you to ENGWE for sponsoring this video. What can I say? Look at this thing. Right, let's get back to it. Rightio, that is the fuel filter, diesel filter change. That wasn't too difficult, to be honest. Now I've done it once, it'll be a breeze the next time. I am going to have another attempt at getting this oil filter off. If I can't do it with what I've got to use here, then I'm going to have to order a tool to do it, which will come tomorrow, and I'll end up doing it on Friday or something. It's fine, it's fine. I wanted to sign it off, but it doesn't matter. So I'll have another crack at that. Ella, bless her, is very, very busy out here. You've just seen her with the jet wash. Hello. She's also trying to dry them off a little bit, because obviously the day is running out on us and we have to wait for paint to dry. Now we've got to this stage, we can't not paint them, you know, because they'll just get dirty again if I roll out into the field and put them back on, so we've got to do it. Whoops, sorry, forgot to film that. So, I've topped up the oil, that's all good. They've sent me the wrong air filter, so that's not good, but they don't need changing quite as regular, and I've looked inside, it's actually quite good, so I might just send the other one back, get my money back. I think you saw that one earlier, I got that one swapped out, that's the pollen filter. So basically we're done in there. Apart from the oil filter, I have now sent for the tool. It will arrive tomorrow, so I can do that whenever I feel like doing that. The kids have very kindly masked off all this and papered it, and that is the first coat. That is actually black, but it's a rust converter. So any bits of rust that weren't scoured off with the wire brushes, then yeah, that'll fettle it. And then these guys, they've emptied the back of the van out. Whoa, look at that, all that space. Okay, I have got the first layer of the top coat on, the black. We need to wait an hour. So John's cooking. We're going to cook and eat here. I hope that light's not flickering. I think it sometimes flickers. If so, I'm going to re-record this. I'm going to sign off for tonight. This is just, it's cold. I can see my breath. That's my sign that it's time to leave this country. Unfortunately, we can't yet, but soon. Anyway, I'll get that second coat on in about an hour, and hopefully an hour after that, I can put them back on the van and we'll roll back out to the field and we'll stay there tonight. And then I will speak to you guys probably tomorrow when I'm going to look at doing the back wheels and the lights in the garage, maybe. The kids need a bit of ferrying around tomorrow. I need to play taxi dad, so it might not be ideal to take wheels off the van. We'll see. Right, as predicted, I was playing Taxi Dad yesterday, so I didn't take the wheels off. I just got on with some editing work instead. I hope you can hear me. I hope this microphone is doing its job and I'm not shouting too loud, but there's loads of noise going on around here. It's a working farm. What can I do? Front wheels look amazing. I'm so happy. I've just washed the back ones. We'll wait for them to dry a bit. I'll get them off and we'll prep them and start doing the painting on those. Like I said, lights in the back of the van, and I've now received the tool to take the oil filter cap off, so I'm going to get the oil filter done as well. Then that's it. That is it. The van is done and ready for adventure. Now, because it's so noisy, I'm going to stop talking and we'll just get on with stuff, but I'm going to show you the front wheels first. Come and look at this. Right, it seems the noisy farmer's finished what he was doing for a little while, so I can talk to you again. We got the oil filter done. John is here, masking off the wheels. Say hi, Mr. Dude.
Hi, Mr. Dude.
He's masking off the wheels, getting them ready for their first coat of rust converter. So we'll put some of that on first. Then that needs to wait half an hour before the first coat of undercoat goes on, then another half hour, then another coat of undercoat, then another half an hour, then the top coat, then another hour, then the next top coat. We're doing it properly. In the meantime, here we go. I have got these LED lights which were kindly donated way back when I was doing the van build, and I just never got round to using them. Cheers, Kev. And then I've got this little bit of strip light left, which is the stuff that I used on the inside of the van up there, and they're all up in there as well, as you well know, but they're turned off at the moment. So I'm going to just figure out the best place for it all, strategically placed. I want to light up the back of here, so on a night I can come in, flick a switch and it's like daylight, yeah? And then I want a couple of strategically placed ones inside the electric box. I mean, chances are, if I ever have to work on this on a night, if something goes horribly wrong and I've got to come out at 3 o'clock in the morning to do something, the big light that's on in here should take care of a lot of it, but why not, you know? I might just stick a couple of little lights in there. I could even put it all on the same switch, couldn't I? Which would mean I've got a spare switch for these, because I've forgotten about these and it's another job I need to do. What I am going to do is cut out a hole in here in the electric cabinet, and then this will go in the back of there, and what I'm going to do is have probably two here on extract, and then I'm going to put one somewhere in the front over here drawing air in. Now, I'd like to set up a temperature sensor or something in the long run, but what I might do temporarily, because I haven't got one, is just put it on a switch and I can switch it on. And very importantly, I want to put one behind there. Sorry, I got interrupted then. Yeah, that is my router for the internet, and it's the only thing that's ever sort of reacted to overheating, like when we were in Morocco and stuff. It got so hot that we'd have to turn it off, and we'd have to put a fan on it to cool it down, and then it would work better again. The rest of this electric system never cared about the heat that we were having out there, but I like the option. But what I'll do is, I'm thinking I might have to move it down if I can, but we put one of the holes here and I can fit this over one of the extractor holes, and then it'll have a fan blowing in behind it, so we can come and flick a switch and just set it on cool, which would be fantastic. Yeah. I can hear noisy farmers coming back. Do you want to listen to some music and I'll just get on with this? Yeah. Okay, we haven't tested it, but we're waiting for you guys. That was a lot of faffy wiring. It's not the prettiest, if I'm honest. It does go sort of crudely over there to the switch, up and around and all that. But John's going to give it a test run for us, aren't you? Wait, let's turn the torch off. Right, torch off. So I'm in... Actually, we'll get the full effect from out here. This is how optimistic I am that it's going to work. And flick the switch, boy. Ooh. Off. On. Oh, hell yeah.
The combination.
Oh, wow, that's amazing, isn't it?
The combination of that one and that light looks good.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Happy, happy. Now what I'm going to do is I've got a couple of these little ones left over. Do you know what? I don't need any in there, if I'm honest. That gives enough light for me to work on that at night, doesn't it, really? Just pull this door around, John. as if it was a bit darker in here. In fact, move the tripod and the thing and just close the door on me. Oh, just bear with me there, folks, will you? Sorry. We'll just wait for the boy. He likes to take his time with things. Bye then. Close it. All right. Yeah, if I'm honest, I don't need any lights in there, do I? Oh, I had it in my head I was going to put them in now, and I really want to. No. So any work that needs doing on a night in here, I can just use the main lights. Perfect. Wow. So that's it. That's brilliant. I'm so chuffed with that. I've been wanting to do that forever. All right, this young man's having a bit of a tidy up. Sorry, I forgot to film. What I have been doing is we've put a hole here in the electric cabinet, and this fan will go on the back of it. And then, like I said earlier, I'm going to reposition the internet router, and then that's going to extract air from inside the electric box, and it will blow the back of the router and keep it cool. Now, I don't know if I'm going to install more fans into the electric box to suck air in. I kind of should, but I'm running out of steam. We'll see where we get to. Good, isn't it, mate? I'm coming in, kid. Excuse me. Right. Right then. So in between all this wiring, we're still doing this, don't forget. And then back to the garage to continue the wiring stuff. Right, so this is all working beautifully. All I've got to do now is put a couple of holes through for these cables for the router. The router's there. We can put the fan on, which will blast the back of that thing when we're around in southern Spain and Morocco and whatnot. And it'll also suck the warm air out of there, and we'll get cool air in through all those like holes we have in the front panel. Can't be bothered to put any fans going in. That will do. This mic's about to run out of power, but first we've just got to quickly show Ella. Right, okay. Elle, yeah. Open the other door. You know how to do it, don't you? So this is the usual back of the van, yeah? Yeah. See those three switches over there now? Yeah. Click the top one.
Ooh. Ooh. The second one's a fan.
The second one's a fan. The third one doesn't do anything now.
What's the third one? What was the third one supposed to do?
It was for lights inside here, which we've decided I don't need. That's okay.
Put the second one on. You hear that?
That's behind that to cool it down when we're in hot countries.
Ooh.
It's good, isn't it?
Ah, they're very bright.
Yes, that's the intention. Cool, huh?
Oh, you can see that.
Great success. Well, it's that time of day again. We've got the funny coloured light on in the workshop because it's getting late and dark. And the microphones have run out of power, so we've just got the camera mic. These could do with another 20 minutes to dry, really, but we've had enough. John's starting to prep the food in the van. I'm going to get these back on. We'll roll back to the field. It's time to eat. And what I'm going to do is pick up with you tomorrow or the day after, or in a few days. We'll see. Well, folks, it's actually been about a week and a half since I was filming putting those wheels back on. What do you reckon? Do you like the black? I quite like it. I'm not changing it back, even if you don't like it, but drop it in the comments. Give me your opinion, please. Now, next week, everything is changing. We are finally leaving the farm because the weather is telling us it's time, and because we have got an appointment at the French consulate, and we're going to be going to apply for the kids' French passports. This is a massive milestone. It's going to change everything for us. We don't have to worry about the Schengen anymore, provided everything goes okay. No reason why not. So we are soon going to be making our way back to Europe, but that's all to come. Whole new series. Are you going to come and join us? I really hope you will. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, drop us a comment, give us your opinions. That would be fantastic. Oh, and also there's the new hype button, which I know nothing about. If you do, tell me about it. I don't know what it does. I don't know what it's there for, but press it, I guess. I'll see you next week.